One of my favorite books to read is The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. I've read it maybe 5 or 7 times, and I recently read it again when I was doing 75 Hard. This time through the lens of being a web developer running a freelance business. So in this video, I will break down the top 3 lessons that I've learned from the book coming from a web developer. My name's David. I'm actually here filming from Jeju Island as I'm doing some traveling throughout Korea. But I usually like to film while walking outside just so I can have some momentum. But today it was foggy and I tried filming and the camera lens just kept fogging up, kept being misty. It didn't look good. So I decided to film today from my Airbnb. So the first point that I want to emphasize is that things take longer than you think when you're trying to achieve a goal. And this is a lesson that I repeatedly have to learn. And in the book, Grant Cardone argues that you have to put in 10 times the amount of effort, things take 10 times longer, and you just have to work 10 times harder to achieve any goal you have. And I think just the 10 times number is just arbitrary. It's just it just takes longer by whatever multiplier you think. And it's tough because whenever you have a goal, usually you want to do research, you want to have a timeline of how long it takes so you can see if you're on the right track, if you're making progress for your goal. Like if you have a goal of losing weight, maybe 1 week isn't enough data point but of doing one thing, but maybe 2 years of doing the same thing is too much data point, and you sort of pivot much sooner. What you're doing wasn't working. So it helps you give you a guideline. But the thing is, it's so noisy, people who have quicker results from what you're doing for the goal you want to achieve. For example, when I was doing 75 Hard, I saw people getting results first 2-3 weeks, and I didn't really see any results until a month and a half, 2 months while doing it. When I was when I was working, I was trying to get my first coding job, it took me 4 times longer than what I've seen on Reddit, on YouTube, compared to my peers. So just overall, things take longer than you think, and then you have to put in the effort inside it. So you might hear what other people are saying to achieve their goal. At least double it, because what other people are saying is just more noise for you. And then if you don't get a result by that time, you get discouraged. But in reality, you just had to go just a little longer, or maybe half, 3 times longer, 10 times longer than you need to. The second thing that I like from this book is the idea of being omnipresent. Because I'm trying to grow my freelance web development business, create content, and I just have to be willing to post on all channels because I want to grow my personal brand. I want to get my message across to people. I can't just be limited in one platform because the attention economy is just being more diverse. People use multiple apps, not just one social media, and people are in a different headspace in each one. And in some platforms, like when you post videos on YouTube, it might do better than Instagram, the same exact video, and vice versa. And there's no consistency. So it's nothing really about the content of the video, but more about the platform. So you never know which video will be a hit on which platform. So you have to post them all. And in the book, Grant argues that you need to be everywhere to get your message across because it's so noisy out there. The attention of people is so spread. And if you have a goal of building a business online. It's not like a brick and mortar business where you get traffic, you get foot traffic. The web is so vast, so you have to be on as much as possible. You can't worry about opinions of others when you put yourself out there, worrying about negative feedback as well. And that kind of ties into my last point of just he told the story of like keep putting your message out there. He told the story of how he will post content and he will get complaints that he was posting too much and people were unsubscribing. And instead of listening to that, he kind of did the opposite and kept posting more. So not only do you have to post wide in a lot of platforms, you have to post a lot and keep posting. And just if people unsubscribe, just let them. They weren't going to buy anyways. But people who do buy, they need to keep seeing you repeatedly. It takes time. And the more time they see you, the more likely it's going to convert. So you need the frequency of getting your message out there. And that's what I'm trying to do today. In the past month or so with my videos, right now I'm just focused on being consistent. I know I'm not the best talker. I know the video production, the editing isn't the best, but I just want to get better, focus on being consistent, being able to talk on camera, not worry about the opinions of other people, not getting so emotional if someone dislikes it, has a bad comment, stops following you. If they're going to do that, let them, because without putting yourself out there, you're not going to have the opportunity to make a difference that you want to. So that's why I'm continuously putting myself out there. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about today. How if you have a goal that you want to achieve, usually things take longer than you think, especially once you hear the noise from other people doing it in less time. You have to be everywhere if you want to do anything online. You have to be in multiple platforms. You need a diversified approach. And lastly, you need a lot of volume. You need to continuously put your message out there so you can make the impact you want to make. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos as I talk about coding, business, and traveling.